Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and welcome to a special edition of Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And I'm here today to talk to you about mcbeal Season 2 episode Angels and Blimps. So before I go any further, may I say rest in peace, Mary Marr. She played the mom in this episode. I just read that she passed away last year in 2022 because she drowned. Man, that is tragic. And it's just so weird because when you found what happened in this episode, then it's kind of like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so this episode is a very sad, very sad episode. In fact, it's so emotional that there's little humor in this episode. Because as you know, Ally McBeal was a comedy drama. And sometimes in the first two seasons, they delve a bit more in the drama than the comedy. The comedy would be like sprinkled. Once it got around like the third season or so, it was just like a comedy laugh fest and everything. But this is one of the more sadder episodes and one of the more tragic and stuff. Now, Ling is in this episode. It's not really so much a Ling center episode, but kinda is. But this is my favorite Ling episode. Of course, Ling is played by Lucy Liu, and I love myself some Lucy Liu. And so it really pisses me off when people talking about she can't act or she always is stiff and everything and doesn't really show like expression in her face. Well, it depends on what project she's in. Therefore, you have not seen her in a lot of stuff like I have. Because there are times where she giggles, she laughs, she smiles, she has like emotion, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the role. If it's like a role that's more serious or evil or mean, she tends to play it more stiff and everything. But in this show, this is one of the first shows I ever saw her in. However, the first time I ever saw her in anything was 90210 Beverly Hills. And there she was a waitress in one episode and she had a lot of emotion. Second thing I saw her in was Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, because she played a slave girl. And there, she was very like, straightforward, stern, like, that stiff type thing she always does. But this show is what really made her a household name. It's what really made her famous. It's what I really remember her from when she played Ling in season 2. Technically, yes, sadly, she does play the stereotypical mean Asian girl role, but boy, she can play it. Like, she played this role so well, you think she's mean in the real life. But like, yeah, man, it was just like so awesome and stuff when she was in this show. And she was like a really cruel, very like, unsympathetic type person. She always wanted people to say her name with a soft L. She doesn't like it when people are rude to her. She loves to sue people because she loves money. That's why her and Richard get well so long. And she's really much an antagonist throughout the entire season. Kind of like a frenemy type thing. But she's friends with Nell, but she does not get along with nobody else in this series. However, it's in this episode we learn two things about her. And they both took me by like surprise because the way she is. She's very self-centered, she's very greedy, she's snobbish and everything. So it was really interesting to see her in a different light. Now, the rest of this episode, let's get through that. Richard and what's his other name? Richard and John, they're trying a case where a man walked in on his wife having an affair. He got so angry that he took out a gun and he tried to shoot the man. I could not believe that when I heard that. I'm just like, yeah, I understand you're mad, but you're that mad to try to like murder somebody and stuff. And so, he explains why he did what he did. He had no priors. Richard is being a buffoon when trying this case. He doesn't really try too many cases, especially an attempted murder case. And he's just coming off as a complete idiot. Well, John, of course, is the more like, the best lawyer they have on the show, even though he's weird and he's quirky. Renee is the opposition. She's trying to prove that the man is like cuckoo and dangerous, and that's why he tried to like kill his wife's lover and stuff. And so John tells the story of how he asked this girl out on a date and she said yes and all this other stuff. And with that story, he is able to compel the jury into not convicting this man because they say he was temporarily insane. Now, when Renee tried to give her closing argument, she didn't really do that good of a job because, of course, it was written for her to lose, but it was just really embarrassing to see her, written like that. And the whole temporary insane thing, some people have gotten off like that. I just watched Love and Death on not Netflix, but HBO Max, which is now Max. And there's another show on Hulu called Candy. It's about Candy Montgomery. She had an affair. The affair was broken off. The other woman found out, tried to hurt her with an axe. She took the axe and chopped that woman up in 40 pieces. Well, not 40 pieces, but she whacked her 40 times. And she got away with it for temporarily being like insane and stuff like that. And I'm just like, how? She murdered that woman to death. The right side of her face was missing. How did she get away with that? I don't understand. But anyway, people do get away with stuff like that. So on to the Ling story. So Allie is at the hospital and she's going to visit her boyfriend, who's a doctor, who plays Joel on The Flash. And so there's a little boy there and he's bald headed, played by Haley Joel Osment. And he has leukemia, cancer. And so when he sees Allie, he thinks she's an angel because of how beautiful she is. He finds out she's a lawyer. And so he wants to take her up and try a case for him. He wants to sue God. Yes, God himself. He is upset that he's a little kid and he has cancer and he has to go through all these treatments and he doesn't understand how can there be a God, to do this to a kid. A lot of people have asked that question amongst other questions. Allie thinks this is ridiculous. How can you sue God and everything, And so Ling comes in and no, wait. They go and meet Allie at her law firm. And so Ling shows up and she overhears this boy wants to sue God. And she tells him he should do it. Because, it's just Ling. She loves to sue. And so she convinces this boy to sue. And he likes Ling. Ling tells him how it is. She's rude, she's blunt, and he likes that in her. And because he's miserable with leukemia, he likes that side of her. Now, leukemia is very dangerous. Valerie Verman, who played the pink Lost Galaxy Power Ranger, and Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, she had to leave the show due to leukemia. Thankfully, she survived and everything. And everybody hates cancer. Everybody has been affected by cancer one way or another. Either you had it, or a family member, or a friend has it. And it's just one of those things that people hate so much. They hate hearing about it. They hate hearing their loved ones having it. They hate seeing it on television. a few TV shows will actually do it. Superman and Lois is currently doing it right now. Desperate Housewives did it, and the Ally McBeal actress Christina Flockhart. I hate saying her name. It's so hard. She had her character had cancer and brothers and sisters. And so like Ling is pretty much her objective is like, look, we sue God, we sue the house of God, which is church, the church he goes to. If they win, then he'll get the money he needs for this experimental drug. And so somehow, I guess like the judge or a DA or whatever has agreed to this, that the boy can sue God, which is taking everybody by surprise. It's one of the more unusual cases in the show. And so, like, Allie, she asked the boy, why you want to sue God? He's all like, well, the day I do die and go to heaven, I want to meet God and be like, hey, how you doing? And ask him a bunch of questions. Basically, he probably wants to ask him, why did he do this to him and stuff like that. And so he's not quite sure he even believes in God, so he didn't even know he could sue him. And Allie tells him a very touching story. When she was 2 years old, she wanted a sister, and she got her wish. No, wait. I don't know how old she was. Maybe when she was 2. And so, when the little baby was a baby, her sister, I'm congested. Sorry about that. That's why I keep sniffing. And so, like, when she was about 5, the baby was like 2 or something like that, and she had to play with her sister. It was her best friend. Well, when her little sister turned 5 years old, her little sister passed away. And because of that, Allie did not believe in God. However, one day, Allie was walking around and she saw a blimp. She didn't know what a blimp was. And her mom lied to her and said, well, that blimp is God. And ever since then, Allie has believed in God. The little boy thinks it's a dumb story, but, Allie hallucinates, so, Anyways, so, like, the little boy has really grown attached to Ling, and he wants her to be there in the courtroom. This is when we find out that Ling is a lawyer, but she doesn't try cases. She says she doesn't like trying cases because it gives her wrinkles. And so, like, nobody knew that Ling was a lawyer. That's what Nell revealed, as Nell has, like, a painted, like, sunglasses on her face. I can say for it, it's a comedy show. Anyway, the boy's all excited, and he has had more energy than he's ever had in months. And his mom is actually kind of happy because she's all like, him wanting to sue God has like really put like a pep, like a pep in his step and everything. Like, he's no longer just laying around, moping around, being sad, like waiting to, like, pass and everything or be sick or stuff like that. And so, like, at some point in time, they able to order the experimental drug that's supposed to help him. But sadly, his T cells went all crazy on him. And he's really in and out of it, really like tired and droopy. And so they head to the hospital to go see him. He's talking to Allie and he's talking to Ling. And Ling, you can see the expression on her face. She's really trying to hold it in as she's saying absolutely nothing. As Allie's doing all the talking and Allie is bawling in tears. The boy is getting to the point where he's not even sure where he's at. He doesn't even know he's in the hospital. Then he wants his mom to sing him a song. So the doctor, Ling, and Allie, they all go outside in the waiting room, and Allie is just bawling in tears as Ling is just sitting there still. And then, they get the sad news. He passed and everything. And the boy is probably only like 9 years old. And so Allie and her boyfriend, the doctor, they're really upset. Then Ling does the most despicable thing ever. She's being her rude, nasty self. And she tells Allie and them to get over it. The boy had leukemia, and we all knew he was gonna die. They don't say a word to her, and they just like look at her and everything as she walks away. And it's kind of like, we know she's a nasty character, but my God, why would she say something like that? But then it happens. As Ling is walking away, she's closing her eyes and she's looking sad. Then we see her frantically running outside and she's crying. She goes next to an ambulance and she's just bawling in tears. She can't control herself. This is the only time we've ever seen Ling this emotional when it wasn't anger, rage, or jealousy. And we get it now. The reason why she said what she said was a front. She was trying to put on like a brave face and try to be like a tough person. But because she didn't want to show everybody that she is just as human as they are, and she is just as emotional. And tough people tend to do that. They hide their feelings, they ball it all up, and then when nobody is around, they let it all out and they start like bawling in tears. And this was the most shocking and touching moment Ling has ever had, and which is why it's one of my favorite episodes and one of my favorite Ling episodes. And this is accompanied by Vonda Shepard's beautiful singing. Then there's a scene of the boy, and he's glowing. He's walking through the hospital halls holding somebody's hand, a grown man's hand. We don't see this man. The man must be God or an angel or something. And then the boy just walks away and vanishes. It is a very touching episode. But then we hear Allie tell her boyfriend, she doesn't believe in God no more. 'Cause how could God give cancer to a boy and kill him? Well, anyway, towards the very, very, very end of the episode, we see Allie outside. She looks up and she sees a blimp. And when she does, she is mesmerized, knowing that what her mom told her, a blimp is God. Ling is there a few feet away, but they don't interact with each other. Ling's at like a newspaper stand. She puts the magazine away and she just like walks off. I wish she would have went up to Allie and comfort her because it would have been more touching. But of course, that's not how Ling does things. Happy Asian and Pacific Islander month, everybody. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.